Hello, everyone. All right. If you are here, thank you for joining me. And I'm going to just try my microphone, and everything is uh, going here. So thank you for joining me. And it's been a rough day already. So we're all right. Let's see if we can hear. I'm trying to play some. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to adjust this music here so that it's not just dead, awkward silence as I'm trying to get everything. All right. Well, that's going to mess me up. So I tried to do this on my phone and have a camera, but that didn't work so well. So, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining me on this. Uh, Sorry, my camera's everything is little wampus over here, so I'm trying to figure this all out. Renee, hi! Thank you so much for joining me. Oh my goodness, thank you. Yes, my day will get better. It's just trial and error. I'm sorry the camera is not really where I want it to be. I thought that I could stream my phone, but I'm still trying to learn all this software and editing. So as you jump in and say hi, or I mean, yeah. Anyways, it's going to be an interesting live show. So as you guys join, hi. And if you don't want your name said, I can respect that. I don't need to say that. But I'm just so glad that you guys are here. It looks like we have 3 people here, and I'm grateful for that. So thank you so much for joining me. One of the things that kinda I know I'm starting a little early, but whew, it's been a day, so here we go. I'm double fisting it. I've got water and I've got my Mountain Dew, and we're just gonna go for it. So, here we go. And, as my friend would say, hydrate and just upward. So, we're gonna go for that. Let me know if my background music is a little too loud. I will try to adjust that. I try to have my earbud and listen off my phone, but with a little bit of a delay. So that was throwing my speech off. This YouTube thing, I tell you, hmm, it's a learning curve for this girl. But all right, y'all didn't come here to listen to me say all that. So as the title says, updates, and I'm gonna try to get rid of these. I don't We'll see how that goes. I'm still getting used to glasses. Updates on my channel. I know that a lot of my videos have been kind of moving really fast. Um, I hear the community when they talk about my camera movements. I am improving. I am learning as much as possible. Um, so that I am following some different YouTubers and watching them. Uh, and yes, you're right, Renee. I'm up and I'm live and I'm doing it, which I'm still waiting for your YouTube to work on that, girl. Uh, if I can do it, Renee, you can do it too. So there's a lot of great YouTubers out there that will help support you. Anyway, um, going back to my channel, I am working on my camera skills. I am working on my gear. I got a new gimbal, and I've been trying to learn that. So it's really fancy for me anyway. Pretty much anything. I feel really old tech when it comes to that. All right. I guess these glasses got to go back on. So I'm sorry for the reflection. I do know that there's a lot of reflection. Um, yes, we need to do your van tour. I got to get on that one too. I've got about 7 videos that I'm working editing, and so some of them are with the gimbal and some of them are not because they're older. And one of the updates, not only, am I learning so much, but check this out. I have new merchandise. I have this one. So if you are interested in this, I have a link for this one in t-shirts, hoodies, all that kind of stuff. So you guys can go ahead and if you go below where it says, my description of the video, and then it will say spreadshot. And I've actually got 2 designs. This is the first one, and then there's another one that has the same circle, and that one actually says "Big dreams, living small." So, go check out the spread shop and check there's coffee mugs, all kinds of stuff. If you guys are interested in that merchandise, um, I do get a percentage of that, which is just helping me invest in more gear for YouTube. Uh, so that's an update. I've got that, and then I've got me the buy me the Mountain Dew or buy me the coffee. So I am starting to deal with or not deal with, but I'm getting into affiliate links, and I'm linking all them down there. And then, so hi, Chantel. Oh my gosh, thank you. Your main reason why I'm going live is because of you. If any of you guys wanna go live, Chantel Hills, her channel is phenomenal. So, anyways, squirrel! Yeah, something shiny. Anyways, so I have a bunch of links that are in my description. I also too have a website that I've been really, 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 really hard at work learning how to install all that stuff. So, please go check out my website. Um, right now it has a lot of my YouTube videos onto it, and it has a section if there's anything in my van that you have seen, there is an affiliate link to that there. Um, and then also to, um sorry, I lost my train of thought here. Anyways, it's all gonna be okay. We're gonna get through this. Um, anyways, so go check out my website. It is travelaroundsusie.com. Now that I think is all the updates with this channel, my main goal for this channel is I want to help anybody and everybody to get out and try van life. Whatever that van life looks like for you, whether it be weekends, one night, a week, I want you to get out and explore the world. I mean, just experience life in a different way. And I anything that I can help you guys get over the hurdle of getting into van life, if that's the way you wanna travel, great. If you're a four-star hotel person, great too. I travel to places that accommodate both. I just prefer sleeping in my own bed. Um, but my goal is to show the people that want to travel inexpensively to do it on their budget, on their time frame, and I feel that the van has really allowed me to do that in lots of different ways. So, I belong to a lot of different, Reddits, Facebook groups, and all that kind of stuff, and there's a lot of things that I see that are, commonly asked questions, and so that's kind of what some of this is, but if you guys have any other questions, please let me know and I will answer them too. Missy Chantel, do you need to do something to the van so there is no condensation? That's a great question. It really depends on your area and what you do to the what you use the van for, and what weather situation. My van, I have not gutted, as you notice back here, all this has been from the factory. All the ceiling, that's all been done through sort of the factory. So I have not insulated it. There is a little bit of insulation. Um, I keep these things that, I get them at the dollar store, and they're little, hang on, I have one right here. Let me grab it. Alright, so these things yeah, hang on here. Alright, so they're moisture eliminators, and the great thing about this is, as you can see, there's these okay, the lighting is really alright, there we go. you can see there's, like, little I don't know, they're not mothballs because I you can't smell. They have no odor, but they'll accumulate all the water down here, and if it tips over, it does not leak out, so that's great. I do have a heater, it's a diesel heater, but when I didn't have a diesel heater, I also, the windshields, the glass does more condensation, um, but as long as you keep a little bit of an air gap in between your window coverings and your glass, you'll be fine. For the mattress, um, if there's 2 options you can do for the condensation so you don't get mold on your mattress. One is the wood of the bed frame. You can drill small little holes so it has pockets of air going in and out. A lot of people do that. The second one is I bought 2 yoga mats because I have a full-size bed in this van, and that's equivalent to mostly 2, uh, yoga mats, and I just ran them full size because we sleep our my head is in the back doors, basically, and my feet go to the front of the cab. So I just rolled them out like that, glued them to the wood, and then I was good. I've been in this van for now 3 years. I've taken it to Key West. I have been in Michigan, a very, very, very cold state, and, I see now that I have the diesel heater, I see less condensation in the windows, but I don't have any mold under my mattress. I flip it every year, no problems. But I've glued that, and it's like a foam springy so that it just it keeps it up off the wood. And then, like I said, I buy these at the dollar, so it's like $1.25, and then when I notice it full, throw it in the garbage, put a new one in there. So, I just keep that over here by the bed, and my van is a disaster, so sorry, it's kind of yeah, it is what it is at this point. I wanted to make sure I was here on time for you, and I wanted to make sure that I had a camera set up. Like I said earlier, my I thought I could connect my phone and use my camera. That didn't work so well. So, Chantel, I gotta rewatch some of your videos. But if you are traveling through states like the ones that have cold snow oh, yeah, you're in Australia. I don't think you get snow where you're at. Because one of your videos, you were talking about hanging out your clothes. I can't hang my clothes out. They'd be icicles here. So we use a dryer. But, anyways, so, um, during the very, very cold months, when it's snowing outside, I will see some frost on the outside of my windshield, but, um, it does accumulate some moisture on the glass. Alright, so let's see, another some awesome tips, thank you for asking the question, and then I don't know in my state, but some other states do. I don't get snow in my state. Oh, Yeah, it didn't sound like it when you were talking about your dryers, hanging your clothes out on the laundry or out on the line. We used to do that back in the day during the summer. Yeah, Renee, you need to go check out some of her videos. She's amazing. She's a crafter too. I haven't checked out that section. I'm not into that kind of crafting. I'm so focused on YouTube right now, but she's got 2 channels. She's amazing, so go check out her channel. Um, but anyways, back to, uh, the other questions that I've seen commonly is, uh, how like, a lot of people oh, she'll be live on her crafting channel in a couple hours. Nice. I might have to pop in there just to see that. I like your sense of humor too, so there's that too. Um, one day I'll figure out how to get over there to you guys and you'll have to show me around your area. But anyway, so another question that I commonly see is a lot of people overthink getting into van life or buying a van. So I'm gonna kinda combine them both. You know, a lot of people ask what, um, what's the best van to buy and how what's the best way to start van life? So, them 2 questions I'm gonna answer kind of combine them both. And Chantel says, do you live in your van full-time, or do you stay in it for trips?" Oh my gosh, my phone keeps autocorrecting me. I knew what you meant, van and can. I got it. I mean, it is a tin can, so it kinda works, but I knew what you here's the thing, 90% of the time, I do live in my van. Um, I do have a partner that I do sleep at his house, but funny story is, when we sleep in my van, we both sleep better. So, um, there's something to be said about that. I would I do my van is set up for home office and living in 24/7. So I pretty much do that, but then when I'm with my partner, sometimes we stay at his house and sleep in his house. But, he also too travels for work, so when he is away, we use my van. We either driveway mooch or we state park. Um, let's see, where else do we rest areas. We do, ride shares. We do, sometimes we do loves or, what's the other one? Loves and gosh darn it, it's escaping me. Loves and Pit something. American Travel is another one. Um, and I don't know in Australia if they have like I said, I've never been there. It's on my bucket list, but, I, we stay in a lot of different ways in my van, and my van is very much set up for multiple types of living, which going back to how to do van life, it's really to look at van life, how will it benefit you is how you should get into van life. Um, you don't wanna take and try to get into van life, um, for something to hinder you. It's just like life. You just Yeah, it really is flexible. Um, I I have this van set up to where I can stealth park. Now, a lot of people are gonna say, "Well, the outside of your van don't look very stealthy." You're right. I mean, my big roof rack is not stealthy, but it is what it is. I have 440 watts of solar on top of my van. I never run out of electricity because everything in this van is ran from 12 volt, and I'm very cautious about electricity. Um, and but I still enjoy my life. But so I have a black curtain that sits up in front, and well, it's not really up front, it's right behind the 2 seats. So most of the time, if somebody's walking past my van, they don't even know I'm in here because they see the black and they think it's just dark in here, which is fine. Um, and then when I'm somewhere like driveway mooching, I have a curtain that goes on the out, like up in the cab area through the windshield, or not through the windshield, but close to the windshield, so it gives me more, um, living space, so to speak. So, again, look at the way that you live your life right now in a sticks and bricks, and think, "How can a van benefit you?" Um, you know, I love to go see live music. So, after this stream, I'm gonna do everything, and then I'm going out and I'm gonna go dance my little heart out, and I'm gonna go listen to a live music. We do that in other cities so that when we get done watching the live music and dancing, we go find a rest area, a ride and share, um, there's lots of different places that you can find as long as it says no overnight parking or no parking, you pretty much if I put that black curtain up, it just looks like a black window. I mean, a dark van, and it doesn't scream homeless like everybody thinks, and so I spend the night in all kinds of different cities after watching live music, and I'm not driving home 2 hours after getting done dancing. It's a lot safer for me, I don't have to worry about falling asleep. So, again, it is something that benefits me. Now, when I had my car, again, what vehicle, what is the best van to buy? It's whatever's in your budget and whatever accommodations you need is what is you're going to tailor it to. So, if you need lots of room, then you're gonna need a high top. If you need to stand up, you can't crouch down, or if these are the things that you need to think about when buying the vehicle. If your budget doesn't allow it, try doing the vehicle you have right now. There are some really great people out there that have, um, Toyota Prius, the smallest car you could ever think of, and they live out of that. Now they just use that for sleeping, and then they live out in the desert. Still the same thing. It's whatever's in your budget or in your car. whatever is in your budget, whatever well, what allows you, if you can go spend 100,000 on the top brand name, then go do that. If you can't, start with what you got for just the weekend. Sorry, I, phone is acting up here, so I wanna I've got you live. I'm watching it on my phone for YouTube so I can see if there's any problems, and then I'm doing it through my computer. That's why the camera, I don't think is really that great on my laptop. So I'm really sorry about this. The next live stream, I will figure out how to do it from my phone so that it'll be better. Ah, okay. So basically, when it comes just kind of like a recap of buying what the best vehicle to buy, it's whatever's in your budget, whatever you feel comfortable with. Um, can you guys hear the music in the background? I tried to listen to it through my phone, but it was really making me messed up, so I had to take my earbud out. Welcome, Bree. Thank you for joining me. And her question is what is the easiest way for the storage in the small spaces? That's a great question, Bree. And I'm assuming little man is with you, so hi, little man. No, you don't really hear the music. Ah, that's a bummer. Okay, let me see if I can adjust that and see if that kind of helps a little bit. I love you, little man. My grandson is watching me live. That's so great. Um, Back to the small spaces. You know, you just gotta look at what you really need in life, and then there's lots of, um, unique ways, and IKEA has amazing things for small spaces. Um, I have a lot of like, under my bed, I have a lot of totes, and I just measured how tall they are and how far back they are, how much like, for example, I have a tote full of clothes, um, and that's all I have in the I mean, bleh. Okay, let's start this over. I have 1 tote for just my clothes, and, um, I have the tote is big enough so that I have 7 pairs of pants, 7 shirts. Now my hoodies, I kind of lay them out on the sides of the bed 'cause I need my hoodies. Gotta love hoodies. But, um so going back to that, I have totes and then storage bags, like, like shoulder bags, beach bags, phenomenal because they conform to different spaces. Um, and then also to, uh I use a lot of, them shoe organizers. I have them throughout my van, stuck on the side, like the plastic parts of your door. I've glued them to there or I've snapped them onto the plastic or into the wood. And, you end up finding places, but you have to figure out how you want your layout of your van and what makes most sense for you. Now, again, my van is very versatile, so we go out into the middle of nowhere for a week, and we have a refrigerator, and we have food, and we just go out and enjoy, and we live outside of the van. But we have a stove, I have a toolbox, has all my kitchen stuff into it. Looking at, kitchen stuff, things that fold up, the handle folds in or whatnot, some of that you just have to learn with trial and error. And also too, when you take off these door panels, like this one here, I've taken off, that's why you can see all the white, little man's timer. But, you take this panel off and they have cutouts. And if you're fancy enough and you've got some woodwork, you can build a box in there. There's lots of YouTube videos out there that show that. So, great questions, guys. Thank you so much for hopping in and saying hi on on here. I'm really glad to see you here. Um, Another thing is I hear a lot of people ask, "Well, don't you get bored in your van? Don't what hobbies can you do or what stuff can you do to keep you busy in a van?" And my answer is I live outside my van, but I also too on the rainy days, I read. I, used to make, necklaces. Well, here's one of them I made, for example. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. I did this when I was living out of my car. I just had a tote and I kept that. So, there are lots of options for hobbies to keep you busy, and, uh, you know, there's hiking and walking and, um, if you wanna carry a walking stick, I carry a walking stick, um, in in this van. They don't take up a whole lot of room. Sorry about that, guys. Like this, here's my walking stick. So, I take this when I go out to Arizona. It's always here in the van, but I have a spot for it. And there's one thing about small spaces, you've gotta learn to organize. You have to have if you have it in your van, it needs to have a place, a home. If it doesn't have a home, it's gonna drive you crazy. So, make sure when you buy something, when you put it in your van, that you find a home for it. If it doesn't have a home, it will drive you up the wall. Alright, so hobbies, crocheting, knitting. Them would be something that you could do in a small space. You could use that in a van, in a car. I did beadwork. Now, Most of the time I was sitting out in the desert. I had a little table that I set up and I did my beadwork. Now if you drop a bead in the desert, you're not finding it. I lost lots of beads in the desert, but, you know, it is what it is. Um, the other thing is, and I don't know if I'll be able to do this, but what are the best apps for van life or for doing this lifestyle? And before I got on here, I I've been trying to prepare for the last 2 days, and, I like I said, I thought I was gonna stream through my phone and be able to use my laptop and all this, and I it didn't work very well. So, we're learning. We're gonna learn together. But this is let me show you. These are the apps, and I don't know how this is going to work. There we go. Nope. Nope. Hang on here. Ah! I don't know how to make this work, so hang on a second. Maybe this is better. There we go. Now, a lot of these apps there we go. That's better. And I will leave here's some more of oh, alright, let's see. Hang on a second. I lost that. These are the other apps, and I will go into the description and put dang it. I will put these in the links in the I will put these there we go. I'll put these in the description. I I thought I was gonna put them up as, like, a slideshow, but that didn't work so well. So, that's another thing I gotta figure out doing this live stream is putting up slide pictures. Um, so with that said, them apps help you find places to stay at night, help you find showers, Planet Fitness, or gyms. They help you find a lot of different stuff, um, public land or state land. Anyways, so I will try to put them in the description down there. After this live stream goes live, and I've gotta learn how that goes too, so bear with me. Thank you all for joining me. I really do appreciate that. Um, Hi, how are you? Graham Maurice. Hopefully I said that right. Is that Grand Maurice? Thank you for joining me. I hope you're having a great day. Um, so going back to them apps, I don't use all of them all the time, and all them apps are free or set. The Harvest Hose. That one, I think I pay $50 a year for. Um, and that one I haven't really used that much. I was planning on doing some driveway mulching, and that's pretty much what Harvest Hose is for, but I just haven't. Oh, like the town up in the UP. Hey, I have a video going out about Drummond Island. I'm editing that right now. I love the UP. I mean, I know Drummond Island is off to the side of the UP, but I love the UP. Oh my god, I love it up there. I don't know that I've Grand Mercies. I don't think I've been to that town in the UP. I'll have to look that up. But there's oh my gosh, if you guys ever wanna go travel to the UP, waterfalls, amazing up there. Love it. Well, welcome home from work too, by the way. Um, so yeah, back to them apps. Some of them all of them are free that I use. There are some paid versions of them, but I do everything on the budget. Everything is free right now. And I spend more money on my travel. I I'd rather go out to eat. I'd rather go see waterfalls and pay to get in there. So anyways, another question that I see is van life lonely? And for me, that's a tough question to answer because it really depends on you. Are you a type of person that is willing to say hi to somebody? Or are you that type of person that wants to be alone? I kinda do both, and my kids will tell you, always got embarrassed because mom will say hi to somebody in the cash register. Mom will say something to somebody in the elevator. I was that parent, who talked to everybody and everybody, and, so but I like my alone time too. So it's really great to do kind of both, but I have found that a lot of people, um, a lot of people that live in vans or that do van life part-time, half-time, weekends, whatever, they know other van people, and so you notice that they come and say hi to you. I have met lots of people, like, I don't know if Renee is still watching, but that's how I met that girl. We both have similar vans. So, what I'm saying is it's super simple to meet somebody, even if you see another person with a van, just say hi to them, and if they wanna talk, they'll talk. If they don't wanna talk, well, maybe they're having a bad day. I have met lots of people, and a lot of people get curious about van life, so they really wanna know. So they start asking you questions about it. I met so many people from non-van life. So I really do, uh, enjoy van life because I get to talk to so many different people. And sorry, again, my phone is I don't know why it's anyways, squirrel, shiny things. But, it can be lonely if you wanna stay in your van all the time and not talk to other people. If you feel like you're getting isolated, then get out and talk to people. Just say hi to people. Um, and also too, you can go on Facebook and Reddit, and I mean, there's lots of different ways to find meetups for van life. Oh my gosh, there's so many van meetups, super friendly people. I I have found that most people that live van life part-time, full-time, weekends, one night, whatever, they're friendly and they're ready to explore and talk to people. So, that's been my experience. I, uh, I like being in my cozy little van by myself too. So, yeah, I don't know. You gotta make van life work. Put it in your way of how you want it, just like your house. When you're at your house, you rearrange your house furniture to make you happy. Make your van life make you happy. On that, I know that we have been going for 45 minutes, so thank you all for joining me. And, Renee, if you're still watching me, thank you. And Chantel, thank you for joining me. And little man, Ambi loves you. And then, Grandma Mar Mar Grand Marcy's Marcy, oh my god, I am struggling today. Well, I am gonna sign off. Thank you all, and like I always say, safe travels until we meet again. Bye.